This conference will now be recorded.
Hello and welcome to the November Project Prevent Next Generation statewide meeting. Thank you guys for being with us today, or if you're watching the recording, thank you. I'm Laura and I have Stephanie with me. And we just have a handful of things that we want to share with you guys. So we'll go ahead and get started. And I want to first just kind of talk about the YouthLed FactFed annual conference. So we have a few pictures from you guys. Initially, we were doing two different conferences, and we were going to have the Project Prevent Next Generation Summit that would be separate for our next generation students. Well, like most things in 2020, plans were changed. And we had to kind of pivot to do our conferences virtual so that you guys could watch them watch them virtually and be able to, if you did watch them together, which some of you guys were able to, you could still wear your mask and social distance and all those good things. But hopefully by this time next year, when we are planning our conferences, we'll have something completely separate for our next generation students. But I wanted to just kind of give a couple of shout outs. Hot Springs Main Street VPA students were able to watch theirs all together, and we had some good pictures of you guys spaced out. Shirts. Yeah, I think Stephanie shared those on Facebook. And yeah, you got your Project Prevent Next Generation shirts there at the top. And then Drew Central Middle School is down at the bottom left, showing off some of the stuff that they got with their starter kit and their reach shirts, and then the same thing for Lavaca Middle School too, down at the very bottom. So I love just getting these pictures, and love that you guys were able to get together and still watch the conference and participate. And we have quite a few we have some pictures from you guys watching the conference, but I wanted to just say we have quite a few views, and this is a few days old because I checked this morning in our part one. The relationships part of the conference has like almost 600 views now, which is actually a lot of students because typically it's shown to a classroom or to a group of students at once. So no telling how many we've actually were able to reach this year. But it is 4 parts, and I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't watched all 4 parts yet, but you're planning to, as soon as you do, just let us know if you haven't gotten your reach shirt. And we also have drawstring bags too. And we'll talk a little bit about shirts here in a second too, because Stephanie and I have T-shirts all over, and they're like in 3 different offices right now. So we're gonna make sure that we get all of those to you guys. I did want to just quickly mention Ready, Set, Record. I know that most of our next generation students are in grades like 4th, 5th, and 6th, but some of you guys that are in middle schools have some 6th graders that do next generation, and then some 7th and 8th graders that would qualify for Ready, Set, Record. So it's a film contest for students in grades 7th through 12th. So maybe if you're in 5th or 6th grade this year and you're thinking, you can be thinking about what you may do for it in the next year or so, or if you have older siblings or friends that you could share it with. But you guys are very, very much welcome to join us in the film festival that we'll do in February, so that you can watch all of these really great videos that students all over Arkansas are able to make to reach out to other students and teach about the harmful effects of tobacco and nicotine. They're kind of like little mini commercials. They're like 30-second videos. And they're really, really creative. Every year we have some really good ones that come out. And then, let's see. Oh, we're just getting ready to share one from last year. You want to tell them about that?
The Ready, Set, Record.
The Christmas one? Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so be checking our social media if you have it, or if your parents have it and they follow us, or you teachers and advisors. We're going to share, we've shared several information slides about Ready, Set, Record out there for information that you can go and grab, but we're actually going to share one of the winning videos from last year soon, because it was from Harbor High School, I believe.
Yeah.
And they did like a Christmas theme, and it's this little girl, and she's making a list about what she wants for Christmas, and she wishes that her mom, I think, would be smoke free. So it's really cute and really creative, and it's like super great quality, and it was done by students here in Arkansas.
It looks completely professional. Yeah. And it's like give your family the best gift this year. Yeah, the gift of life, something like that. Anyway, so we'll have that to share with you guys, and you can Also, maybe make that a project if you're looking for ways to share it with your community members or throughout your school too. So that'll be something that you guys can use for sure. So we always have a couple of videos that come out of Ready Set Record that we're able to kind of repurpose throughout that next year. So one of the winners from the year before, we played on the big like jumbo screen at the Arkansas Travelers games last year. So all like 72 home games, they played a Ready Set Record video on the big screen at all the Travelers games. So we're able to kind of do some neat things with them. So just a little bit about that. And then Stephanie, you want to tell them about the first newsletter of the year?
So the Youth Leader, which is our newsletter that comes out 4 times a year. It seemed like it kind of took a break for a minute. I don't know. It's been a long time since the last one, but it's back. And we have new pictures, new things to share in there, all about you guys. It has a little bit of a new look. I think it's actually a little bit bigger than what it has been before. And so you should have hopefully received it in the mail.
For the advisors.
For the advisors received in the mail. If you did, you may have noticed it was upside down, printed a little weird. We had a little mix up at the print shop, but hopefully we got that fixed for next time. But if you just flip it upside down, you can still read all the great information inside, look at the pictures.
But you posted the digital one on the website. So,
I actually
and it's not upside down.
Right. You can read that all right. Right side up. I updated the website this morning. So if you go to our website, Project Prevent AR, and go to news and events under the newsletter tab, you can actually read it and flip through it digitally on there.
Yeah, so you may see some of your faces on there too. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to be sure to mention is that November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. So as you guys are kind of planning activities and maybe some of your messaging that you want to do for the month, remember the American Lung Association promotes November as Lung Cancer Awareness Month every year. And I wanted to just share a little bit of data, and you can get this from the American Lung Association's website. But it just shows Arkansas for the rates of lung cancer. We rank 49th in the state, or in the United States for lung cancer rates. That's the instance where you want to be number 1. We don't want to be number 49. That means we have among the absolute highest numbers of lung cancer here in Arkansas. And then the next graph is for tobacco use. And again, we rank very, very high for smoking, 47th in the country. So those two go hand in hand. We know that lung cancer, that smoking is the number 1 cause of lung cancer. So that's just a little bit of data about that. But then they also shared some more just kind of quick facts that cigarette smoking is the major cause of lung cancer and COPD. And then it talks about how cigarette smoke can kind of affect the air passages and make breathing even harder. And over time, smoking destroys lung tissues, and that's what causes cancer to grow. Then they always follow up by saying, if you smoke, it's never too late to benefit from quitting. The body is an amazing machine and it can repair itself. But the sooner that someone is able to quit, of course, the better. The Lung Association has some information on quitting, but here in Arkansas, we have what we call Be Well. That's part of the Arkansas Department of Health's tobacco cessation program. So if you remember Stamp Out Smoking for years and years, you saw the SOS logo. So Be Well has kind of replaced Stamp Out Smoking. You can still use that 1-800-QUIT-NOW phone number, and it will direct you to the Be Well number. What's really neat about Be Well is it helps people quit tobacco, whether that's smoking, dipping, or vaping, but it also helps people if they have problems with high blood pressure or diabetes. And a lot of times people are struggling with 1 or 2 or all 3 of those things. So they've added that in there. So that's a great resource for you guys to share if you have. I know we probably just finished parent-teacher conferences, but if you have any type of event or something going on in your community, or if you're sending information home with parents, this Be Well information is really, really helpful. Just a couple of more activity ideas, so keeping that in mind. Oh, let's talk Red Ribbon Week. I loved this one. Do you want to talk about Hot Springs?
Sure. And these pictures too, Red Ribbon Week and the conference, should now be live on the website too, so you can go and look at all of them on there in our photo gallery. But this is from Hot Springs Main Street VPA students, and they were actually able to get together with their masks and everything to watch the conference live that day. And so they made this really neat little sign, I guess that they hung at their somewhere in their school, and it says the Project Prevent Next Generation, and then they all signed little messages on it about why they choose to not smoke, why they choose not to vape, why it's harmful for you. So if anyone were to walk by and see this sign, they could read all the nice little messages that they wrote on there.
And this is such a an easy but an impactful thing that you can do there in school, and count this as one of your activities if you just want to create a message wall like this in your hallways or in one of your classrooms. One of our chapters, Mountain Home Junior High, you probably see them on our social media a lot because they're always sending in great pictures, but they have students creating signs throughout their school hallways and classrooms all the time. Sometimes this, I mean, a lot of times this is the best messaging for you guys because it's coming from people your own age. So I loved that one. And this was for during Red Ribbon Week. So Drew Central Middle School did a door decorating contest, and we had a couple of our high schools that did too. But they had some really cute ones. I love door decorating. I just think it's so much fun. But they've got the Minecraft creeper that drugs are creepy. They've got the mirror magic. What is that from Snow White?
Oh, yeah.
No, not Snow White. Is that right?
I think so.
Okay.
Or Sleeping
One of those
Disney.
One of those Disney princess movies. And then Pac-Man I thought was super cute. Anyway, they did in Hocus Pocus because it was, of course, close to Halloween. And we had 2 pages of some of these were their winning doors that they shared. I thought the pirate was really cute, and another Hocus Pocus. And of course, this was during election time, so they were voting to be tobacco and nicotine and drug free. So I thought that was really creative. Drew Central. And then we had a couple more. This is Harrison Middle School, and they created signs also, but theirs were yard signs, and they actually made it into a contest. So they did yard signs and put them all over their middle school campus, and I thought this was really creative. They also have one of our tobacco-free school signs too mixed in there, but they've got the Reach shirts, the Project Prevent shirts, and I always love a good jump in the air photo. It's one of my favorites. So
cute.
Great job, Harrison Middle School. And then I wanted to share one. Oh, no, we have another one. And then, yes, so this is Mina Middle School, and they ordered a Take Down Tobacco pledge, and it says, hashtag Take Down Tobacco because, and they all were able to sign the pledge. And they set up in their hallway and had this for all of their students in the school, and they were all able to like pledge to be tobacco free and kind of talk about that messaging. I love that, of course, they're wearing their mask, but they've got their hand sanitizer and their wipes out. So they're wiping down their markers and everything. And then the picture at the top, they had gotten some water bottles as well, and they were putting tobacco messages on those bottles to hand out too. So super cool idea. And we just updated some other pictures on the website on our main page. Some of those were getting kind of old. And we added this one of you guys and Mina with the Take Down Tobacco pledge on our homepage. So you'll have to go check that out. We've really been working on the website these last few days.
Have to check it out.
And I think this is the last one, yes. And this was from one of our high schools, but I really wanted to share it with you guys because I thought that it would be beneficial for everyone. I thought it was a good idea. They just had a Project Prevent, or like you guys Next Generation membership drive during Red Ribbon Week. So they set up a little table of information. They have a sign up sheet where some of their student members can talk to other students about signing up. And they gave out these little tiny cards with a little sweet treat that says how sweet it is to be tobacco free, join Project Prevent. And it says there's like just a few little bullets of why someone would want to join. They do fun activities. It's a statewide organization. You can gain leadership skills and build your resume, which would be really relevant for high school students that are looking to go to work and go to college. But anytime you guys want to do this, it doesn't necessarily have to be during an event, but you guys could just kind of host a membership drive and have some students that would kind of work the table maybe in between classes or just different times, maybe during lunch. So I thought that was just really good. I wanted to be sure to share that with you guys.
Very creative.
Yeah. And that was Berryville. Okay, so we have added, surprise, surprise, some things to the website, but we have some, because of the way that things are this year, we're doing so many things virtual. We've always talked about reading these storybooks and these different books that we have to our younger elementary school students, which is great outreach. And it just kind of like with the signs, it just is so much better coming from other students rather than coming from adults or teachers. So it's really effective, and we'd love to have you guys read to them. If it's not always possible, though, you can read to them through like a Zoom meeting or like a Google chat or whatever, or you can record yourself reading and then share it to different classrooms, and they can show it whenever that's convenient. But we have some that are recorded already that you guys could share if you don't want to record it yourselves. So we used to provide this Oregon Wise Guys curriculum because it's like there's like a different set of lessons for every part of the body. So we would provide the lungs. Her name is Wendy. Haha. So Wendy the lungs. You can still buy these books. They're about $10 a piece. And you'll have to you can just shop on the Oregon Wise Guys website, which the link is there. But we have added all of these videos of one of our coworkers, Sarah Harlan, that is reading these several stories from the Oregon Wise Guys books. And then we also added one that our friend Nataria read here at Children's back over during the summer. The No Thanks But I Love to Dance book is recorded also. So those are available for you guys. You can either, like I said, purchase these books, or you can share these recordings. And that's all listed under resources on our website, projectpreventar.org. What else? Oh, we want to talk about these T-shirts. Yes. We are kind of getting to the bottom of some of the boxes, especially the red Reach shirts, and those are for the conference. But I just want to remind you guys, so all of the Project Prevent Next Generation students get the white Next Generation shirt. So if you have not gotten this yet, then you'll just need to simply email me your sizes, and we will box them up and get them in the mail to you. Same thing for the guidebooks. If you haven't gotten those, or if you need some more, we can send those to you as well. And then the red Reach shirts, those are the ones, like I mentioned, if you watch all 4 parts of the conference, you can get those, or you can get the red Reach drawstring bag. We have bags or shirts. For the Reach shirts, we don't have youth sizes. We just have adult small and up. But for the white ones, we have youth medium and youth large, and then adult sizes. So we do definitely want to get those to you. And if you haven't felt of the red Reach shirt, it's the softest shirt ever that you will ever wear. It's my favorite shirt at home. Mm-hmm. And then I just wanted to give a shout out to some of our new chapters, Ashdown Junior High School, Lavaca Middle School, and then Omaha Elementary. And those are kind of spread all at the very bottom of the state, all the way up to the very top of the state. So nice. You guys are spread out. Yeah. We're happy to have you guys. We're moving kind of quickly today, but I know that probably most of you don't have your own social media accounts, but Stephanie was just going to kind of talk about it a little bit so that you can maybe share it with your parents, because like you said, you know, you're getting these pictures and things of you guys doing all these activities, and then we're posting them. So if you're not able to see it on social media, then at least maybe your parents and your grandparents and friends can.
Yeah, so we realize most of you guys probably don't have any type of social media yet. If you do, for sure, follow us, participate in the trivia, all that kind of stuff. But we'd love for you to share it with your parents or grandparents or whoever, because like Laura said, we are sharing pictures of you guys and what y'all are doing out there, and some really great information that you might find helpful too. So we love for the people in your life to see these pictures. We've had some parents and grandparents before share pictures of students from our page that they've seen somebody they know on there. So for sure, share it with whoever, have them follow us. They can participate too if they want in any of the trivia or games that we do on there.
You never know, your grandmother might comment on there and say, I'm so-and-so's Mimi.
We have had some Mimis comment too. We love them. Bring all the Mimis to our page.
We kind of reached a milestone a couple of weeks ago. We're over 900 followers on both Facebook and Instagram. So that's really great. We're really, really proud of that. And if you do happen to have Instagram, or if your parents do, Stephanie does trivia Tuesday, every Tuesday. And then students that participate in that and win will be entered into like a random draw. So she picks 3 winners.
And you can get a prize. We'll send something cool to you.
And we actually just awarded the winners from this past time, and they were all
from Mountain
junior
Home
high.
Junior High School. Yep.
Yep. Okay, well, we're moving kind of quickly today. We did just have that handful of things that we wanted to share with you guys. We want to remind you that Stephanie and I are here to answer any questions that you have. If you're kind of struggling with coming up with ideas for activities, we can definitely help you with that, especially, like I said, since so many things have to be virtual. Just keep in mind, like reading the stories, if you can do that and record it, or do it through Zoom, that's really helpful. And then a lot of signage. We've had a lot of chapters creating yard signs and signs for their school bathrooms or their school hallways, that type of thing. So I did have one advisor ask if any of you have some ideas on how they can better involve their students that are virtual when most of them are actually going to school, but they do have some chapter members that are still virtual learning from home. So if any of you guys have any ideas of how they can kind of do things together, or how they can kind of better include those students that are at home, I would love to hear from you so that we can kind of share that with that advisor, because we're ultimately here to kind of all help each other out. We like to show the activities and things that you guys do, for one, because we love to brag on you, but really it's a great way for you guys to kind of borrow ideas from each other. We're all in this together, and our common goal is to end youth tobacco use in Arkansas. So if you see something that another chapter has done, then please feel free to steal that idea. I even had an advisor email me yesterday and say, hey, I saw these signs on your website that some students had put up in their bathroom. Do you know where they got them? And I wasn't sure, so I emailed that other advisor and connected her with this advisor, and they're able to say, this is where I got them, this is how much I paid, and yeah, so really is we're all kind of, like I said, on the same team here. So any questions or things like that that you have, we can definitely help you guys with. And hopefully, as you create these, after you finish these activities and have your own meetings, hopefully you're reporting those on our website. If you go to get involved and then report activities, it's a short, little, easy report to fill out every time you do an activity or have a meeting of your own. Just be sure to fill those out. And then if you have pictures from any of your events, please send those to us. If you'll send those to Stephanie, that would be great. That's how they end up on our website or on our social media. Can you think of anything else?
I don't think so.
I can't believe it's like 2 weeks to Thanksgiving.
Right.
We do this all the time, but I really do feel like this year has completely flown by.
It has.
We'll have another statewide meeting in December, and then we take a break for January because we're all kind of still on winter break. And then we have 4 statewide meetings, February, March, April, and May. And then be glad to kind of close the book on 2020 pretty soon. But if you guys, we have a handful that are here that are joining us live right now. So if you guys have any questions or comments, if you want to unmute or type in the chat, we would love to hear from you guys. Looks like Kevin says, good job. Love the jumping picture. I know, don't you? That's my favorite too. We'll give you guys just a second if you want to unmute or type in the chat. And we're going to, we're recording now, and we're going to save this, and we'll post it again to the website if you go to the calendar. And even if it's, days later, you can go back to November 11th and click on the Next Generation Statewide meeting, and there'll be a little link that says November recording, and that'll take you straight to the recording. You can also find it on our YouTube channel too. Well, you guys are doing great work, and we're so proud to be able to work with you guys, and just so proud of everything that you're doing. So if you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to contact Stephanie or myself. All right. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the week. We'll see you soon.